Hey, Leah. Um, so it's early in the morning. It's not even daylight out here today. But I want to read this book to you. It's a really fun book. It's a good book. It was written a long time ago, so some of the pictures you may not really recognize the stuff in there because things have changed. But it's a very good book. I think you'll enjoy it. This is called The Noisy Book. The Noisy Book. One day a little dog named Muffin got a cinder in his eye. Poor little Muffin. It hurt him. It stung. So they took him to the dog doctor. The dog doctor said, Muffin, I will put a bandage over your eyes, and when you take it off tonight, your eye won't hurt you anymore. And there was Muffin with a great big bandage over his eyes. And there you see Muffin with a great big bandage over his eyes. Everything was dark to him, just like when you close your eyes. But Muffin could hear. Muffin pricked up his ears. He heard everything in the room that made a noise. See, and there's Muffin in the room, and there's stuff in the room. Looks like the doctor is sneezing. He's holding a scissors in his hand, and there's a clock on the wall. He heard tick-tock, tick-tock. It was the clock. He heard sss, sss. It was the radiator. We don't have radiators anymore. They made a noise like that. He heard snip, snip, snap. It was a pair of scissors. He heard tingling. It was the telephone. We actually don't hear that anymore either. He heard rrr, rrr. It was his own stomach growling. He heard bzz, bzz. It was a little black fly. He heard ka-choo. It was the doctor sneezing. Here's all the different sounds Muffin heard. You see the radiator. We don't have them anymore, but they make a noise like sss, sss. You see the doctor sneezing. You see the clock. And there's Muffin with the bandage over his eyes, hearing everything. Then Muffin went home on his way down the street. Poor little Muffin, said people on the street. Muffin has a big bandage over his eyes and he can't see a thing. But Muffin could hear. Muffin pricked up his ears and heard all the noises on the street. And there's a city street with people walking up and down the street. You see a policeman, you see men and women. First he heard the big noises, men hammering, bang, 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 automobile horns, another little dog, arf, arf, arf. And there's the city street with cars driving and honking horns, men working. Then he heard the biggest noise on the street. It was a siren. I hear sirens all the day here. Then the sun began to set. Could Muffin hear that? What do you think, Leah? No, of course not. Then Muffin heard little noises. Buzz, buzz, a bee. Swish, swish, car wheels. chirp, chirp. A bird. Meow. A pussycat. Patter, patter, patter. People's feet. Flippity flap, flippity flop. An awning in the wind. And here you see some of the things Muffin heard. You see a bee, you see a bird, you see somebody walking, a kitty cat, and there up there is an awning in the wind. Mama can tell you what an awning is. You probably can see one somewhere where you live. And there's a car wheel too. It began to snow. Could Muffin hear that? What do you think? No. Muffin couldn't hear the snow. Snow is very quiet. Then Muffin heard a little noise and he didn't know what it was. Squeak, squeak, squeak. It wasn't a mouse. What could it be? Could it be a big horse going squeak, squeak, squeak? What do you think? No. No. Could it be a policeman going squeak, squeak, squeak? What do you think? No. Was it a garbage can? No. No way. A big fierce lion? I doubt it. No way. An empty house? What do you think? Does an empty house go squeak, squeak, squeak? No. No. Was it a railroad train? You hear them every night at your place. No. You suppose it was a great big boat? No. No way. Well, what do you think it could have been? It was a baby doll. And they gave it to Muffin for his very own. Well, I hope you liked that little story. By the way, that was written by the same person who wrote Goodnight Moon, and I think you can see it's very similar. Okay, you have a good day, and be happy.